There are loads of excuses for not taking action, but the constant excuse for the last 150 years for not doing what needs to be done, whether that's paying people better, whether that's bringing in the weekend, whatever it might be, is China.
Maybe that's a question you should ask China.
We got to make it clear. They must play by the rules.
China all the time.
We stand up to China.
China?
China represents the biggest state threat.
China.
China.
China!
We can't have a 35-hour working week because China's got a 35-hour working day. You know, there's always China is the excuse. The old yellow peril myth, this racist myth about how China will do us in if we don't do ourselves in. You know, we have to destroy ourselves first because otherwise China will destroy us. And now exactly the same thing is happening with environmental issues. There's no point in us doing anything because China.
The China virus.
Okay, well, let's have a look at China. Sure. China's doing some bad stuff. China has got a highly oppressive, tyrannical government, and it's got some extremely polluting industries. But it's also massively investing in green infrastructure and green industries. And if there's one thing we should be concerned about, it's that we're being completely left behind by China's investments. If you're worried about China, invest in green industries. Keep up with what is now the world's market leader in those industries, which is China. They are making the green transition at tremendous speed. And yet we're the ones who historically have had by far the greatest fossil fuel emissions and therefore have the greatest responsibility to make that transition. So actually, China, for all its faults, puts us to shame.
I'm announcing today that we're going to ease the transition to electric vehicles.
And I will end the electric vehicle mandate on day one.
And nor will we ban new oil and gas in the North Sea.
Meaningless green new scam ideas.
We are now being left behind in the fossil age. Even France, just across the channel, is doing extraordinary things to try to transform itself into an ecological civilization. For example, the French government is training every single public servant in ecological principles. 5.6 million people, everyone who works for the state in any capacity at all is going to have ecological training. And that will make just a massive difference to the whole attitude of government, the whole relationship between citizens and the state. It's a sort of visionary thing that even quite a boring, middle-of-the-road government like France's can do when there's just a little bit of political will. Of course we can do this stuff. There's nothing stopping us from doing this stuff except the blatant corruption of our political system being bought by the dirtiest industries. The media thinks that celebrity gossip is thousands of times more important than environmental breakdown. Well, at Double Down News, we have a different view. We think that what is important should be salient, and what is salient should be important. So please support us by becoming a patron through Patreon. Thank you.